Hellos.
Hey, I saw that you messaged, I think, right? Yeah, you messaged. Let me check that. What up, Ultimate? You got your wish.
Yay.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the stream. My name is MF
Good
Hobby.
afternoon.
Hey, Puff. And then they're gonna talk about a warlock or some shit like that. What up, Get Fit? How you doing? What up? It's Boneless. Also on the Purple app, I'm also live over there. There is drops activated over there. So if you want some stuff, you can go over there and you can get some stuff. Things. Knickknacks. Tallywhacks. Give a dog a bone or something, you know? Just throwing it out there. But if you can keep it open over here, just stay here. Don't go over there. You know, there's two different cameras. You got this camera and I got this camera. Which one am I looking at? Hey, who? Maybe one eye can focus on this one and then the other eye can focus on the other one, you know? Thank you for liking the live.
D4 news.
D4? What's that? Never heard of it. Boom, 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 boom. Ultimate, if you're lucky, I might even play. I might, though. I might.
I can help ya by pulling up purple AP.
If you want to, that'd be cool. That helps out. You don't have to,
What?
because I like it here. I am trying to grow here. What up, Ash? Ultimate, like I said, I might play D4, but I don't know because, like, a lot of the D4 people would be like, "Hey, why don't you play?" But then when I need the love, they don't show up. So it's just like, well, you got to meet me halfway, like Fergie said. You know, like if you don't meet me halfway, I don't play the game. That's how I look at it. Because remember, it's about me, not about the game. Me. See the guy right here? This guy right here? Me. And the hat too. What up, Bishop? What up, Eli Visna? What up, Queen? By the way, guys, let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up.
I need Jesus. It's about the hat.
Remember, being Hispanic is about the hands.
Lozenges.
It's about the
I
hands.
can't join you in game to low level.
It's all about the hands when you're Hispanic. I guess we're like spirit fingers and shit. Thank you for the compliment on the hat. Thank you. Not gonna answer that question.
Queen BA.
Unless you're gonna send me money, Ness, I'm not gonna answer that question. So I'm not gonna even acknowledge it.
We're the news.
I don't know if you can
I
see.
am Italian, so it's also all about the hands LMAO.
Yeah. The hands. That's all it's all about. The hands. Las manos. So, you know, guys, you guys are coming in at a good time. We're down to about, 5.5 minutes. And hopefully then everything will be ready, up and running.
I see
What do
law.
you
At
do
Ultimate Papa
in
Vegeta
stream?
Elite Hell Run,
What
you
do I
could
do
probably
on stream? Is that what you're
dress
saying?
nicely.
I play games on stream. That's what I do, Cruz. I be playing games while I wear a silly hat.
Wait, new patch on D4?
No, they're like officially showing the warlock. Like officially, they unofficially have already shown it. Like they didn't,
This bug
but it
is
got leaked.
nasty. How bad did yours go?
The bug? Oh, I think I have bronchitis at the moment. I might have to go to urgent care. What game are you gonna play? I'm not playing anything right now, Cruz. Right now, it is all about the devs talking about the warlock class coming out in Lord of Hatred and Diablo 4.
I got a chest infection on top of the bug.
Hold on, let me put the volume on this. It's just a little loud for no reason. Thank you, Cruz. I appreciate the sub.
Saludos, bro.
¿Qué es lo que hay, papi? ¿Qué es lo que hay? ¿Cómo estamos? ¿Cómo estamos? ¿Cómo estamos?
¿Qué juegas?
Ahorita no estoy jugando nada. Estoy esperando que comience un comentario que van a hacer de la nueva clase o el nuevo personaje que va a salir en Diablo 4, que salen el 28 de abril.
Odaru.
Ahora esperamos.
Is the new update out for Diablo?
No, the new season is on the 11th, and then the DLC is on April 28th. So we're still like a month out. A month and like a week or two. Yeah, like a month and 2 weeks before the new DLC, and like we're less than a week away before the new season. So season 12, I'll be playing it next week. All the fucks that have been like, why aren't you playing Diablo? You better fucking be here.
Random, but did you know there's spicy Skittle gummies?
I didn't, but that sounds amazing. But like I said, for all those fucks that kept asking about Diablo 4, I will be playing next week. So if you don't show up, I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna lose my shit. Because it's what some people have been clamoring for. So you better fucking show the fuck up. I'd say please, but I don't give a fuck. Am I playing Diablo 4? No, I'm not playing Diablo 4. I'm waiting for the dev talk to start. I haven't played Diablo 4 in a bit. It just got redundant. What up, Alex Day? Dev.
Show up or I'm a throw down.
Exactly. But yeah, it just got redundant.
He'll
like
show up properly if this bug dose 1.
Yeah, whatever I got started off as like a really bad sore throat, right? Like I was just busy all night long, if you catch the drift, right? And then by Sunday, the sore throat wasn't as bad, but like I was still feeling like really down. Like I had fevers, chills, and on Monday it was really bad. Like I got into like the 104-degree zone when it came to the fever, and I don't know how high that is, but for me, I felt miserable. Like I was shaking, like I was shivering from how cold I felt from the chills. And then yeah, and then now I just have like a stuffy nose.
Week, it's horrible. I got the same with a chest infection on top.
Yeah, I got a chest infection that I'm dealing with, and I just hope it's not bronchitis. But knowing my luck, because I'm an asthmatic, it's probably bronchitis, and it's gonna be fun. What up, Cake Up? Cake Cup words. I can speak. I know I can. See that you're there. I don't know if you're still there.
I am asthmatic too.
Hell yeah. Hard to breathe, gang. Let's go. How you doing? ¿Cómo estás? That's how my people say it. I'm gonna put the volume up in a bit, but the shit was just too loud in my ear and I didn't like it.
Hospital job for me.
Wait, is it actually good volume? Because I could hear. Can you guys hear the background noise? Ooh.
Trying to become part of the waking world.
I get that. Shit's overrated. Don't do it. It's a trap. Es una trampa.
I am eating so many lozenges. It sure is.
It's like, why do I want to be awake? What up, Wings of Dawn? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Because I'm not ready. But are you guys ready? Oh my god, it's happening, guys. It's happening. What up, Aaron? It's happening. Oh my god, it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. They're probably just gonna talk, or I doubt they'll just go into the trailer.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Season 12 Developer Update stream and the Warlock Deep Dive. My name is Marcus Kretz. I'm a community manager here at Blizzard
Get yourself
Entertainment.
an at-home nebulizer, it's a lifesaver.
First things first,
You're right.
Twitch
What up,
drops
Alexis?
are live. Watch any eligible channel on the Diablo 4 category, and you can grab this Omen's Glimpse Wand Cosmetic for 30 minutes. And if you watch
Greetings.
for 1 hour, You can earn the Scythe
Where you been?
male faction Scythe costume.
Where you been?
Now we've got
You just come in and take readings. Where you been? I've been worried sick. Like I've literally gotten sick because of how worried I've been. Where you been?
With our upcoming season launching on March 11th. Very, very exciting.
Not really. I didn't get sick because I was worried. I just happened to get sick while you were gone.
On April 28th. To take you
I've
through
been around
everything coming
LMAO.
there, we've got this handy infographic.
I feel like you just don't love me no more. Like I don't feel the love no more.
2 new classes with the Paladin and the Warlock. There's going to be a whole new
How are you
region with
doing,
Scobos.
sweets?
There's going to be massive system overhaul.
I almost died, Alexis. You'd know that if you would be around. I almost died. I almost died. Like I might have bronchitis. I could be dying right now.
Without any further ado, we have a fantastic
This could be it.
video to share with you
what happened?
that goes over everything coming with this dark.
I got like this weird like
the Warlock.
bug, and now I have like an upper respiratory infection. And upon all that, I also got fired.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us.
It was
for
fun.
the
It's been a
official
fun
Warlock
week.
Deep dive. We're excited to get into the
What up,
details,
Steve Calderon?
including some backstory, their visual and archetype design, and
Put the
mechanics.
ganja down.
Let's jump in.
I wish I was using
Hey
that
everyone, I'm
When
JP
did you get
Reimiller,
fired?
Associate Art Director for Diablo 4,
yesterday.
and I'm really excited to be here sharing more about the Warlock, its story, and the visual design that brings
Wait,
it to
we
life.
don't work at the pizza place
When we
no
started
more?
talking about the Warlock,
I
Yeah.
the
okay if
very
I like
first
them,
thing
it's a
we
painful
aligned
kind
on
of heat.
was that this character stands
Yeah,
fully
I am
alone
officially.
at the height of their
I don't make it a pizza. I don't
Warlock
cook it a
is not
pizza no more.
clean hero. Not someone who's throwing
Nerdy, my
fireballs from a
love.
safe distance and walking away spotless, but rather a dark caster who's
You
made a
can like
very
pizza
conscious
again.
decision to use demons as tools.
Exactly.
The Warlock emerges from the shadows as a practitioner of forbidden arts, shaped
Ooh.
by the dark legacy of the Vizrai, haunted by demons, burdened with infernal insight, and feared by pretty much everyone. They have a
At
presence
Alexis,
about them that takes over
my
the room.
darling, how are
They've
you?
been through so much and have so much power that you both
Hola,
want to
Nico.
run with them and are scared of them. They've come from a really corrupt history. They've seen hell up close. And because of that, the way they summon demons isn't elegant or ceremonial. It's violent. You're ripping something out of hell against its will and forcing it into sanctuary.
Hey,
You
Alexis.
don't always know what you
3.
might get, and that struggle between this
At
dark
Nerdy
evil
Earth,
and the
I am
hero
good
you are
poops.
is
Happy to
core
see
the
you.
fantasy. What I love about the Warlock is that they sit right on that line between hero and something a little more dangerous. They're trying to save Sanctuary, but they're willing to do things that no one else will. There's no regret about collateral damage.
I like the random
But
hand
I
just
don't have a
dragging
choice.
shit.
This
I like
has
it.
to be done. And we wanted that to come through not just in the spells, but in how they move,
When does the
how
new
they
season
stand,
drop again?
how they occupy
So new
space.
season is next week
They
on the
can make a
11th.
hit and hit back
New
in ways we've
expansion,
never done before.
28th
I
of
want
April.
Warlock now.
That's really the heart of the class. You're asserting dominance over hell itself.
I like to assert dominance.
Everything about
Hey
the
yo,
Warlock,
I'm kidding.
narratively, visually,
I'm not.
and mechanically
At
reinforces
Alexis,
that
yes.
idea.
I've missed you. Come around more often.
When we
I
were
stream
figuring
now
out the
too.
visual direction for the Warlock, we knew pretty early on we didn't want them to feel like a traditional fantasy caster. No flowing robes, no pristine silhouettes, no fancy elegance. The touchstones we kept coming back to were rebellion and metal. That feeling of someone who's been through hell, literally, and came
what up,
back
CJ?
changed by it.
Welcome.
Visually, we wanted the Warlock to feel intimidating. To be honest, a lot of that inspiration comes from metal music culture. It's loud and aggressive, and that idea translated really naturally into how the Warlock moves, how they cast, how they carry themselves. This
It
is
like
burns,
it.
someone
it burns,
who's
but
walked
I
the
can't
edge
stop eating
for a
them.
long time. Like if someone microdosed soul shards until they found the right amount. So we leaned into the color vibe of working in a machine shop and having the oil and dirt on you. There's grit in the materials, texture in the surfaces, and weight in the way everything hangs off the body. Nothing feels ornamental for ornament's sake. They're not trying to look heroic. They look the way they do because that's what surviving hell does to you. Everything visually is there to support that story. Layered atop this is a visual design where strong demonic colors of VFX intertwine with physical motion that sets the stage for their lore as a cast.
I like what they're setting up.
Bends demons and infernal
fucks with it.
forces to their will, giving the class an otherworldly presence. There's a unique aspect to how we crafted this hero. Character art was a huge part of this class from the beginning. With so many assets needed to be created for the demons, We had to work closely as a feature team to pair all the visual elements of VFX, animation, and character art to help make the demons feel a part of the
Is
class
this gonna be a
in a
class
way
you
that
buy like the
succinctly
Necro
flowed
in
through
D3?
the Warlock's visual design.
This one comes out with Lord of Hatred. So if you got Lord of Hatred, you get Warlock when it comes out. Because Lord of Hatred has two classes: the Paladin and the Warlock.
Heavy and echoes the physical.
Essentially, we just got early access.
Energy. When you cast, you're forcing something into existence, and the visuals match that intensity. Our effects team went all in to make Warlock feel unique, with a strong identity rooted in danger. Summoning demons is an eruption of hell-forged energy, fire, and twisted light. We wanted the VFX to accentuate the animation with a focus on feel and movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna make for sure. I'm having a Warlock as my first class for whenever it comes out. Well, it'll be a mid-season drop, so it'll be. I'll just make one. Hey, Gabby, how you doing?
And the battlefield transforms with every cast.
Warlock is a willpower-based class focused on dominating the battlefield. They use two different resources: Wrath to bring chaotic destruction, and Dominance to summon powerful demons. To define Warlock as a class,
I like it.
Focus on what it will empower players to do and how they will interact with the world. First, you create. You're constantly bringing things into the world. Demons, demon parts, manifestations of hell. For example, you might command Fallen to path through the environment. Or you might block off areas with Wall of Agony, actively shaping the battlefield with your summoned creations. Then you control. A lot of your power
I wish they still spoke so I could hear. Need more dominance.
How long they stay alive, and what state they're in. You're controlling the battlefield by positioning and commanding demons while locking down enemies. This is where Warlock is really able to flex its willpower and feel a sense of deliberate domination. You could order the Tortured Wretch to taunt foes into reckless attacks, or direct the Profane Sentinel to blast your chosen target. Every action is an announcement of your authority over the chaos.
Your hatred is too low.
And finally, you combo. Almost nothing exists in isolation. You're encouraged to chain interactions, summon something, modify it, consume it, detonate it, or use it to empower the next action. The system rewards you for thinking a step ahead. Kill both enemies and demons swiftly with bombardment, fueling Sigil of Summons to unleash the next wave of demons. What's important is that these layers feed into each other. Creating gives you options. Control lets you shape those options, and comboing turns them into a payoff. So the Warlock isn't just executing a single fixed rotation. It's about building a small ecosystem in combat, and then deciding how aggressively or how cleverly you want to collapse it. The core idea behind Soul Shards is really about transformation, saying, I'm not just summoning demons anymore, I'm actually incorporating hell into myself. With the Soul Shard system, you fuse a demon straight into your body. Picking a Soul Shard is the rulebook for everything you do in-game.
I like this. I'm kind of liking this. That's kind of cool.
You choose from 4 primary shards.
Okay.
Each shard represents a fundamentally different playstyle direction, mutating your character by stealing powers
Warlocks
from hell.
straight up
and
are gonna be my new main.
Each primary
I'm
shard
liking
does
this.
2 major things. First, it grants a transformative playstyle passive that alters your core gameplay loop. How you summon demons, how you control them, and how you chain effects together. Second, it binds a specific demon pet to you, directly tied to the shard's identity. Within each primary shard, you then select one of 3 fragment sub-options. Fragments act as specialization layers. They don't change what the shard is, but they absolutely change how it behaves, what you prioritize, what resources you lean on, and how your abilities interact. The result is that the shards open up new and unique transformative options for how you interact with the world and your demons. When you see a Warlock in action, you can tell what they chose, not because of a tooltip, but because of how their gameplay unfolds. One of the big pillars of the Warlock is that although you're a summoner of hell, these entities are not behaving like conventional pets. Most summons are temporary. Warlocks brutally discard them once they have served their purpose. But with a Soul Shard, you choose to persistently bind one of 4 powerful demons to supercharge your playstyle. With Legion, the focus is on biological demon generation. This demon specializes in spawning physical demonic bodies into the world. Mechanically, that gives you more entities to control, reposition, and chain together, which supports builds that scale through volume and chaotic pressure.
You know what's crazy now that I think about it? There was never a warlock class until now in the whole Diablo thing.
Using its spit command,
You're filtered,
Agram can unleash
so you don't
corrosive
get a demon
projectiles
pet.
across the battlefield that burst into smaller demons on impact. As you command Agram and other lesser demons, their deaths fuel your power to summon greater demons. Every spawned
Sad.
lesser demon serves as a resource, amplifying your summoning potential and enabling more dramatic, high-impact plays. The system encourages you to continuously generate, sacrifice, and leverage these demonic minions, creating a feedback loop where the chaos you unleash becomes the fuel for even more formidable monsters to join your legion. Vanguard shifts the system towards mobility and frontline presence. The fiery steed Abodian functions as an aggressive, speedy means of closing gaps. It's designed for players who want
Hello
to
there.
push
How
forward,
you doing?
create
People that just
openings,
joined.
and apply pressure through motion.
Okay.
With Abodian's charge, the warlock surges across the
What?
battlefield
I
in
need
a
it.
blaze of hellfire.
I want this. Yeah, this is the
Everyone
warlock.
flows along and instantly repositioning for the next
Is it
phase.
Kunara? Yeah, this is the
Master
new warlock
moves
class.
things in a more
I main lock
control-oriented
in WoW,
direction.
got a main lock
The
in
devouring
Diablo.
shadow demon Lalish
I totally
undermines your
understand. I get
enemies
that.
and
I would too.
attacks on your command. It favors players
What
who
up,
enjoy
Armando?
planning ahead,
Welcome, welcome,
creating
welcome.
layered outcomes.
What up, GG
Executing
Lester?
Lalish's terror realm consumes foes while cloaking
At the
the
Nako
warlock
puff,
in
yes,
shadow.
cometh over, haha.
What up,
Allowing you to
Army
remain
veteran?
hidden while issuing direct commands to your abyssal demons.
What up, DJ
This
Van
devastating maneuver
Galder?
lets you orchestrate surprise assaults, manipulating enemy placement and inflicting terror.
I'm liking
The
this so
synergy
far.
between shadow form and abyss demon control turns the battlefield into your personal chessboard. Ritualist is deliberately different. This demon exists primarily as a sacrificial resource. You're siphoning power from it to generate bursts of strength, trading an offensive pet for spikes in your damage and efficiency. When you channel the might of Valak, you're tapping into a wellspring of forbidden magic. By draining Valak's essence, you can unleash empowered spell combos. Like
Kind of reminds me of the survival hunter in WoW, where you give up your pet to make yourself a stronger hunter.
Unique bond supercharges your occult, hellfire, and abyss abilities, making every cast more
You don't get a
devastating,
pet, but you get to be
allowing the
stronger.
warlock to bend the materials of hell to their will in moments of explosive power. Hopefully you can see how picking your bound demon is more than just window dressing. It's the linchpin that turns every fight into your personal stage.
I like that. So each warlock can be
What
individualistic,
sets
you
the
know?
Warlock apart is the sheer freedom you have to define your power. There are countless ways to
sacrifice I am
customize your
willing to
skills,
make.
and every level
Exactly, you get
unlocks
it.
new options that let you reshape your build on the fly. Many of the Warlock's most iconic abilities don't just have a single expression. They can be radically reshaped through variants that change how the power manifests in combat. Each variant pushes the ability in a distinct direction, letting you lean into overwhelming chaos, precise command, or personal dominance. Whether you're amplifying
What up,
demonic
Puff
force,
Daddy? How you doing?
directing it with intent, or consuming it to become the weapon yourself, these variants ensure that every major summon reflects your chosen playstyle and reinforces how you want your Warlock to engage in the battlefield. Let's dive right into the Warlock skill variants. Rampage. You unleash a rampaging demon brute onto the battlefield, a living engine of chaos that smashes through anything unlucky enough to stand in its way. Abyssal Titan. The demon brute becomes an abyssal titan, larger and imbued with the shadows of hell. You may directly order this brute to perform devastating leap attacks. Demonic Smash. You consume the brute's power, gaining demon form and allowing you yourself to jump into the battlefield. Sigil of Summons. Perform occult rituals to summon additional demons. Customize how you perform this ritual and what comes out. Summon Succubus. Summon 2 greater succubi that inflict terrible, terrible shadow damage. Summon Hellworm.
I think I want to get my
Summon a
bitches with
hellworm
me.
That mimics your own
I might do the summon succubi
even
thing.
more demons. Fiend of Abaddon. You summon a towering demon juggernaut, wielding a massive hell-forged greatsword that cleaves through the battlefield in unstoppable arcs of destruction. Abyssal Colossus. You may now order the Fiend to perform an enormous two-fisted smash that pulls in enemies.
Ooh, two-fister. I like it.
Vanguard of Flames.
What up,
This
Poyudia?
Fiend is now bound directly to you, moving with you and allowing you to charge into battle with it. This is especially cool with the Rampage Demonic Smash variant, since you can leap yourself with this Fiend attached to you. We're so excited for all of you to shape your Warlock playstyle with your own devastating abilities and unique variants. The options are as dynamic as they are powerful. Dive deep and discover the combinations that unleash your true potential. That wraps up our Warlock Deep Dive for now.
Looks cool.
Thank you to our incredible community for your ongoing passion and
I
enthusiasm.
am gonna get sushi
Your
tomorrow.
excitement and feedback
Hell
help
yeah.
shape every step.
What up,
of our journey.
Captain Nuts?
Can't wait to see how you make the Warlock's power your own.
Okay. Okay. I'm looking forward to it.
There you have it, the Warlock. Hot damn, that looks amazing. And who better to get into everything than Colin and Bjorn? Welcome back to the stream.
Awesome. Thanks.
Hell yeah, so first things first, I gotta ask you guys, why the Warlock?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. So, you know, Lord of Hatred as an expansion has this core theme of sort of heaven versus hell. Also, this sort of duality of old versus new. There's going to be a lot
See,
of
I like that you
things that
can mix
see
some of
from
the stuff up
games,
that they
those
were
are the monsters
showing.
you might
I'm a
see,
sucker for that.
as well as, like,
Meaning, you know,
Warlock.
if you like a little bit of this, a
we
little bit
felt
of that,
like
you can kind of
when
mix
we're,
it together.
we wanted to sort
I'm
of
a sucker
deliver
for
two
shit like that, so I'm
classes
kind of
in
happy for that.
expansion. We felt what better way to sort of embody this idea than like the Holy Paladin who walks the light. Very straightforward, very good, very simple. You know, I just want to blast demons with holy energy. And then we wanted that sort of contrast with the Warlock.
My B-day
who's
is
sort of this
tomorrow.
edgelord, brutal
Ooh.
demonologist. You know, uses
I remember to say
holy
happy
power,
birthday.
you know, draws on demons from the burning hells. So we felt like that really just sort of that contrast set each other apart, like these classes, in a really cool way.
My B-day is
And I
March
think, you know, from
31st.
the class design side,
At
Bjorn,
the
you
NACO
designed the
Puff
class. You know, I
OMG.
think when we
Happy
looked
early
at it,
B-day.
what were some of the things
It
we're
like
looking
you can
for
do
in
like
terms of,
7
like,
things
carving
with
out a
that new Warlock.
place in our roster? The Zarya
Yeah, it
class.
looks like it has a decent variety. I like
Yeah,
it.
when we're looking at kind of what classes can do, we're taking into account like each of their different play styles. And so with the Warlock, what we're really kind of honed in on was the ideas of like different sort of like summon-based gameplay that we hadn't explored as deeply yet. So with the Warlock, for instance, it's less about kind of the other things that you've seen before, maybe of like having like large standing armies that are constantly fighting for you. And instead it's kind of exploring, for instance, like temporary summons that you're going to kill off, or having like one big
Hope it
summon
don't
that you're like really
disappoint.
completely in control of.
Well, for no,
while
April
also sort of
28th.
exploring
No,
how
it's still a
that
while
affects
from
the
now, but
Warlock
we'll-
when they're doing that, like how they're affected by the shadows or how they take on the form of demon form.
Yeah, like I loved it in the video how like the Warlock is not standing at the back. Like they're right in there flinging demons, you know, like little meat trebuchets. Like it's pretty awesome to see. And I mean, yeah, there's so much to chew on with the class. Like what are you both most excited for players to get into?
Yeah, I think one thing on that, because I love what you said about the Warlock being in the front, something we talked a lot about on sort of the broader roster is that this is a caster and a summoner, but we wanted it to feel different to like the Sorcerer and the Necromancer. So something we talked a lot about internally is like if they
That's
all got
true.
into a bar fight,
That's an
the
interesting
Warlock would
point.
just, like, kick
It's
all
not
over
just in the
right?
back.
He's,
It's kind of
he
like
has a six-pack,
it's like front and center. Like, yo, I'm gonna fuck you up and throw
to
demons at you.
mass.
What was good?
But you know, in terms of what we're really excited about, I'd say like one of the things that we didn't really touch on that I'm very excited about is the
Warlock
sort
is
of
going
new
to be
mechanic the Warlock
$60.
introduces and can take advantage of, and that's demon form. So
Well, I already
demon
bought
form
Lord of
actually
Hatred,
allows
so
you yourself to turn into
it's
a demon,
I already paid
absorb
for it.
some of the power of the demons that you can summon. You saw that on Rampage, where you can actually like leap yourself into battle. You just crush that demon, put it inside of you, and it lets you leap. Another is like you saw maybe in the video where you rip this demon head out of the ground and it starts spewing fire. When you're the demon, you actually just get to spew this fire from your mouth itself, and we just think that that's such a badass way to play. And
Ideas
I
for
think one of the
Warlock
really
names:
cool
Forbidden
things,
Fingers,
about
the
demon
Backdoor
form
Summoner.
itself is
Text
that
it
the
to me.
ultimate metamorphosis allows you to
You
swap
know,
back and
you're right.
forth between
Should
demon
start
form
thinking
and
about
demon
names.
form. And what that means is you actually
I
get
like-
sort of like almost like 10 of different abilities you get to play with, because demon form is going to replace.
Exit to me is not
abilities. You know
bad.
that you spent a
The
lot of
backdoor
time
summoner is
thinking
pretty
about
cool
how we
too.
want this to play out.
Forgot what
I
the
mean, and
the
even talking to kind of what you were saying.
the number limit, like how many letters
the
you
new
could put in.
systems
It's a
kind of
limit
really
again.
have. So specifically the new skill tree, having all the new variants in it too, kind of let us really explore that. So for instance, like all of those arcane skills
LMAO.
you're talking about, they all have a version where it's like, now I want to do the thing as a demon myself. So like that's always a thing you can say, like, hey, I just want the infernal breath. Like, I want to be able to breathe fire. You can always just take that variant and put it into your skill kit. But kind of, as you're saying, Metamorphosis is that additional option of like, hey, maybe I always want to be able to summon
Warcock is a
the
classic.
fire-breathing head. But
True.
the
I saw the new
Metamorphosis
Triad
lets me
going to be
essentially
interesting.
dynamically swap
Hey,
which
kitty,
variant
how you
I have
doing?
equipped mid-fight.
What-
and sort
what
of
you
get
want?
that additional skill bar, essentially, which I think is a really neat kind of way to let you build, kind of whether or not you want to go all in on the fire breath, or if you wanted to swap back and forth between summoning and doing it yourself, which I think is pretty neat.
Yeah, it's really like a unique playstyle in that you summon a bunch of these archfiend greater demons and then swap in a demon form to really build back up dominance to use them.
What are you doing?
yourself.
What you doing down there?
I think like it also goes back to that like duality that we've been talking about for Lord of Hatred. You know, the Warlock itself is like a pretty crunchy and complicated class in contrast to the Paladin, right? The Paladin's very straightforward, whereas the Warlock is much more sort of, I don't want to say intelligent, but a little bit more methodical, and there's a lot to get into on the build crafting and system side that we're really excited to sort of have everyone play with.
Yeah, I think it's so cool that like I liked what you said about like how the Warlock can embody demons. It's like the Warlock's not going to tell the demons to do anything he's not willing to do himself. Like,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
willing to get in there and get dirty.
Yeah, and it really, like, you get to pick, like, do I want to just do it myself, or do I want to tell the demons explicitly? You saw that with Shadow Form, where, like, the Warlock snuck up on a group of enemies. They didn't even know he was there and blew them all up. Or you can really lean into that, like, chaos of just summoning, you know, hundreds of demons that are all going to die and fuel your energy.
Yeah, it's a super intense class fantasy, and Bjorn, I like what you said about the skill variants. Like, it opens up a ton of different possibilities. You know, with those possibilities, it also brings the question of like, how are you and the team going to approach class balance as the Lord of Hatred expansion comes out? There's going to be a ton to work with.
Yeah, I mean, we want it to be fun, so it's going to tear shit up. But I think, really balance, like the name implies, it's a sliding scale. And we use this approach even in seasons when we do collectible powers or anything new. We know there's a learning curve to, learning a new class or anything in the game. So we generally err on the side of it being a little bit stronger to sort of make up for that learning curve. But we also just on the side of
See,
like with
they
anything new,
they
we
admitted
wanna
to
make
it that
sure
they
there's
make
a
them
lot of
they make the
different
classes
ways to play
stronger.
the
What up, bro?
class.
Thanks for the
So
love.
we're gonna generally make sure
Rojo,
that no
my
matter
bad.
what option you
What up,
pick, you're
Jalen?
gonna feel powerful. You're gonna feel badass and awesome. So we're gonna do our best to make sure that it's not completely destroying the game. But what we care about a lot is that the class feels powerful, and you're gonna have a lot of
New
different
season?
options that are gonna feel crunchy and cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's really cool to know that there's going to be a class with like a really high.
This is
skill and,
for
explore and get to know
the next
and,
expansion that comes out on the 28th. It's a new class.
min-max to the max.
Warlock.
So that's awesome. So
Because a new
Colin,
season
Bjorn,
comes
thank you so much.
out
Really appreciate
next
you being
week, but
here.
it's
We
just a
already
new
have
season.
Colin and
There's no
Bjorn
new
come back
classes or
towards the end
nothing.
of the stream for Q&A. So if you have any questions for Colin and Bjorn, please drop them in a Twitch chat. We'll be collecting those and saving them for later. But we do want to share with you, before Lord of Hatred comes out, we actually
Okay.
do have some extra bonuses if you pre-order that are themed around the Warlock, which is really cool. So coming on March 11th with the 2.6.0 patch update, we're actually going to have a Warlock back trophy. This is reactive, by the way,
Ooh.
and a town portal, which is pretty badass.
I know it's not that crazy, but I like stuff.
Portal just wants a hug. And
Okay.
then when Lord of Hatred actually launches on April 28th, we'll also have this Warlock skin that you'll get as well from the
$20.
pre-purchase expansion. So those back trophy and town portal are going to be there on March 11th. and
That's
then
already there if
also
you've already
Lord of
paid for
Hatred
the
which is pretty
expansion.
awesome.
They just said
And
it.
that is the Infernal Apostle Warlock cosmetic bundle.
So
That's
I
a
don't
big chunk
I don't
of
care,
that's live.
Oaktown, because I already bought it because I bought it for the
So
Paladin.
we'll say goodbye to
I didn't even know that the
Colin and
Warlock was
Bjorn.
going to be
We're
a
gonna
thing
bring in
yet
some
when I
new
bought
people
the
to
expansion.
check out everything coming with our next season. So hang tight.
Están hablando de Diablo 4?
Yep. Ooh, the new season. All right, let's go. This is for next week.
I got the expensive one when I bought the Expac.
Same here.
I'm sure that they add new ones.
Well, yeah, there's going to be new stuff, but what they just showed there, the portal, the back piece, and that skin, that all comes included if you already bought the expansion. They always add more stuff to buy. That's part of the whole deal. Cosmetics, right? So, are they going to show the... Now we wait? Is this what we're doing? We're just waiting with music?
So we got it then.
Yeah, if you already bought the expansion, they said that those are all going to be included. The skin doesn't come out till April 28th because it's a Warlock skin and the Warlock isn't out, so giving it out next week means nothing. But that back piece and the portal, we get that next week when the new season starts.
Okay. El Warlock también viene para Diablo 4 estoy confundido con Diablo 2.
Pues Diablo 2 ya tiene el Warlock. El Diablo Immortal no sé si también tiene el Warlock, pero cuando dijeron lo del Warlock, dijeron para todos los juegos. Solamente que salió para Diablo 2 primero y después va a salir para Immortal y después el 28 de abril sale para Diablo 4. Esa es la cosa. Que lo anunciaron, el mismo día que lo anunciaron para todos los juegos.
Hey everybody, welcome back, and now we're going to get into everything coming with our upcoming season. We've got a few familiar faces here. Aislinn, welcome back to the stream.
Good to be here.
Dan Tangway, in the flesh. How's it going?
It's going all right.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Excited for it.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So where we last left off with the players, we had the PTR. You know, they know that kill streaks are coming. We've got bloodied items.
Yep.
There's a lot to chew on in the season, but there's also a lot more that we didn't share. So do you want to walk us through what they can expect?
Yeah. So before we jump into a video, let me just kind of tee up kind of our thinking behind this season. So, you know, when we looked at the roadmap for Lord of Hatred,
She's the
we
gamer
saw
designer.
that
I can't
we
with
really
the sheep
needed
sweater
to
lol.
develop
I love
kind
it.
of a shorter season, a punchy season. And so, you know, rifled through some ideas, and then we remembered that we built a pretty strong foundation from our previous season. So we needed to build on top of that. And then when the team came up with this particular idea, and it just felt really novel, and it just fit really well. So without further ado, I guess, let's check out the video, and then we can talk more about it.
Terrible timing for my headset to want to be dying. So 1 second. Y'all be able to hear. I won't be able to hear shit for a bit.
To our Season of Slaughter developer update. I'm Josh Brinson, and today I'm excited to share some updates coming to Diablo 4. As we gear up for the release of Lord of Hatred, we're exploring new systems that push
If I would have
Diablo
gotten into
fresh,
graphics sooner, I
unexpected
could have been a
territory,
game designer.
embracing innovation while staying true to its dark roots. While this may be a shorter season, Season of Slaughter encourages experimentation, leans into mystery, and leaves room for surprises that are best uncovered by players through their own journey. For the first time in Diablo history, you can embrace your inner demon and transform into one of Hell's fiercest monstrosities, the Butcher. Let's get right into it.
Can be the butcher is wild.
Cool on the seasonal realm. You will undertake the
Wait.
quest, a taste of power, and uncover the dark path to becoming the Butcher.
Lol.
As the Butcher,
What?
Fuck
you
outta
wield
here.
the brutal powers that inspire terror, turning them upon your enemies. Cleave through monsters, charge fearlessly.
You
into
can
the
become the
field,
butcher
and
is
unleash
wild.
I am so
hell
excited.
hooks to drag your prey to a bloody end.
That fun, haha.
We are thrilled for you to play as the Butcher and dive into everything Season of Slaughter brings. Whether you are chasing faster progression or craving fresh ways to tear through Sanctuary, we are excited for your journey. While we share what lies ahead, not every secret is meant to be revealed.
Lol.
Some surprises are waiting for those bold enough to find them in-game.
There are several paths to becoming the King of Slaughter. This season introduces a new earnable item called Meaty Offerings. These can be used on the Shrine of Slaughter, a new event available in Helltides, transforming you into the Butcher. This activation triggers a brutal onslaught, drawing hordes of enemies to you,
Haha,
each
meaty
kill
offering.
feeding your gory rewards. Helltide isn't the only place to prove your dominance. In the Fields of Hatred, the Ceremony of Slaughter ignites every 10 minutes, transforming
It's
the
only
battlefield
Butcher,
into a
though.
race for supremacy. Every kill fuels your savagery, pushing you closer to ultimate power.
I don't even know what to say.
When the
This is
ritual
dumb. I love it.
concludes, a butcher's idol rises for the fiercest contender. Take it, become the butcher, and turn the entire area into your personal killing ground. Want the full butcher fantasy on demand? Step into Slaughterhouse.
I love it too.
A new
the power.
activity that keeps you as the butcher for the entire
This is so
run.
fucking dumb. I
From
love.
the first step to the final blow.
See, and they didn't even talk
you're
about this in
unleashed to
the
do who does
PTR.
best. Slaughter
So when people were
everything
quick to be like,
in
"Oh, this
sight.
they're not going to be doing much," like
There's
I'm
more
like,
to
"Yo,
reveal,
shut up."
But some surprises are best left for players to uncover in game.
This season introduces kill streaks. The kill streak system reshapes combat across Diablo 4 by rewarding rapid and consecutive kills. Slaying multiple enemies quickly triggers a kill streak, with a display
They've
above
been
the skills
keeping
bar
secrets.
to track the running
Yeah.
kill count.
I want to become butcher.
While kill
I
streaks
wanna be-
decay over time, they can be refreshed through any kill or by dealing damage, encouraging fast, aggressive play. Kill streaks escalate through 5 tiers: kill streak, carnage, devastation, bloodbath, and massacre, each determined
You
by the
can
total
level up
number
past
of
her.
enemies slain during a streak. When the timer runs out, the streak ends and rewards you with experience and seasonal reputation based on your total kills.
Level up
But
faster.
beware. Falling in battle immediately ends your kill streak, leaving you with no rewards, cutting your momentum short, and marking a swift, shameful finish.
Bloodied items
miss the kill
introduce a
streaks
new
from
item
D3.
quality that
Right?
empowers your gear with
That's like when people are like, "Oh, kill streaks." They're bringing that from COD. I was like,
any
"They had kill
item
streaks
that can
in
drop is
in
counted as
fucking
bloodied.
D3. What are you
This tag
talking
is
about?"
non-exclusive, allowing items to be both ancestral and bloodied. Their unique affixes scale directly with your killstreak performance and fall into 3 categories. Rampage, stat-based boosts for your armor pieces based off
It's a
your
very
killstreak.
gory season from the looks of it.
Feast grants bonuses tied to kills within your streak, such as resetting a random cooldown every 40 kills. Hunger enhances jewelry by improving reward drops that scale with killstreak tiers.
Yay, gore.
As with all affixes in Diablo 4, bloodied affixes stack, enabling even greater power as your carnage climbs. Bloodied sigils push your brutality even further, unlocking more intense challenges and greater rewards as you brave the rising heat of combat. Nightmare dungeons, infernal hordes, and lair bosses can be empowered with these sigils. Bloodied sigils introduce the bloodied affix, Relentless Butcher, causing the infamous butcher to hunt you without end, returning instantly each time he falls. But be warned, the Relentless Butcher is an addition to the dungeons, not a replacement for anything that might already be lurking within. These powerful keys only become available in Torment tiers. Bloodied sigils are embedded with challenge and are about a Torment tier higher in difficulty than your current level. Using a bloodied sigil guarantees bloodied items and more, ensuring that the risk is met with fitting rewards.
Season of Slaughter
Okay.
introduces several new class generic uniques which amp up the carnage. The Wendigo brand unique ring increases your max health and your overall damage dealt, which scales with the amount of kills you've earned in the last 30 to 60 seconds. Tear through your enemies and watch your kill streak soar. The Rustbitten Dirk unique dagger deals increased damage to isolated enemies, making it perfect
fun the
for
new
taking
season.
down lair bosses.
Yeah, it's looking actually pretty good. I'm
Thousand
actually
Eye
kind of
Weaver
looking forward to it.
one-handed axe grants ferocity while moving. And
What up, Big
increases your
Nuggets?
max
89?
ferocity. That ferocity then increases your movement speed per stack. If you want to rack up kills quickly and move fast, this is an item you'll want to keep an eye out for.
I see what they did
All
there.
new uniques this season drop from the new Butcher Lair boss. Seek out his den of gore, snag these weapons, rack up your kill streaks, and let the blood pour.
Yeah, the new season's looking kind of good. I'm not gonna
You'll be
lie.
able to fight against
Like they're
the
adding some
bloodied
stuff
butcher.
like
Enters the
you get to
fray
play as
as
the butcher,
new layer boss,
which I don't know if that's a
difficult.
positive or negative for you, but you get to play as a
Defeating him
butcher.
gives you your best chance to
which I think is
earn
pretty
any
cool.
new uniques. He also has a higher chance of dropping bloodied uniques, making his fearsome fight worth the effort. The Bloody Butcher is initially exclusive to the seasonal realm, but he will stay on as a permanent layer boss in both Eternal and Seasonal realms after Season of Slaughter has ended.
Nice.
Doom, the Dark Ages.
Oh
is
my
coming to
God.
Diablo 4. Rip and tear your way through Sanctuary with new cosmetics inspired by the legendary Demon Slayer. And our most expansive free reliquary yet. Earn rewards like the Shield Saw cosmetic skin, Slayer's Flail,
Oh
the
my
Siberian
God.
Back trophy,
Oh
and
my
more.
God. I
Hunt
fucking
down
love
elites
it.
and champion monsters to earn Dark Ages currency and carve your path through the Doom, the Dark Ages event reliquary. Claim all rewards to unlock the Forsaken Gates town portal and leave your mark on Sanctuary. We'll also have threads fit for the Slayer in the in-game shop. Mecha Dragon
Sigh.
Sarat,
Add to cart.
Cacodemon, the Cyclopean Cackle Pet, Gibbet, Souls of the Lost Pet.
God damn it.
Rip and tear through the demon hordes in style.
Quench your blade's thirst and let the blood flow. Slaying your enemies with unrelenting ferocity is the name of the game. Ramp up the kill streaks and become the butcher in Season of Slaughter. See you all in Sanctuary.
I fucks with it. I'm not even mad. I fucks with it. Like, I'm not even mad.
There you have it, everybody. Season of Slaughter arrives
There goes
on
Mommy's
March 11th.
mortgage.
We've got the Doom, the Dark Ages reliquary. We've got the Paladin free trial. It's gonna be fantastic. And after all the years of torment, after all the devastation,
Where is the
we
cube?
finally get to become the butcher. And
Yeah.
actually
The
go
cube
all
is
that
for
money
the
on
next
rack.
expansion.
I mean, it's just insane.
The cube is
Yeah, I
next
can't wait to
expansion.
jump
That's
into
not
the
next
season.
season.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be so fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. And I know this, you know, the butcher is gonna be the season.
So technically it is the next season, but remember, next season comes out on the 11th. What up, Jeremy? Then in April, the new expansion drops during season 12.
Life queued up. What can players expect this season?
Yeah, so of course you saw all the amazing stuff coming in.
So you still have to wait for the cube.
Por fin algo interesante la season interiores mi abrir en muy rápido.
So this season comes out next week on the 11th. Then on April 28th, the new expansion drops with the new DLC, the new zone, the new everything.
So you don't have to go and click on them anymore. You can just break right through them, or they're
I'ma
already
find
open,
that
and
sweater.
you can just go
Think
through as quickly as
I
you'd
wear
like.
it during a Diablo
We
stream,
also
anyone would
kind of
catch it
changed
lol.
the way that traversals work, like when you're climbing walls or like descending ladders and stuff like that. It now scales with your
So
movement
this is
speed.
a season before the
going through the world
expansion.
just feels a lot more natural based on your own personal movement speed.
No, this season is during the expansion because this season starts and then the expansion drops during the season.
Talk about the faster loading speeds.
That's right. We've got faster.
So it's not
loading
before
speeds
it because it's
across
going to
all
happen
different
during
loading
it.
Screens, so even beyond your movement speed, the game is just going to, in general, feel a lot faster.
I'm
So
assuming.
those are some
That's what
fantastic
it looks like they did.
improvements
Unless
coming.
they do make a
But beyond
short
that, we've
season.
also been
But I don't know if
making
they
sure
do
that
a
we're
short
taking,
season because then it'll only be like a
tower.
month and like
So
2
we really
weeks.
want to make sure that the tower is something that we continuously update, that we continuously make a lot better. We know it's still in beta, and because of that, it's getting tons of changes
Yeah,
constantly every
absolutely.
season. And so I wanted to just dive a little bit into that. So we've got exploit fixes, like for example, there was a way to extend the timer past 10 minutes. We don't want players doing that. There was a way to like kill enemies while you were still in the safe area. We don't want players doing that, so we fixed that. We've got 5 new tile sets coming to the tower, so there's going to be lots of like cool new places you can explore. We're even removing one of the tile sets because it was just like too narrow and kind of annoying to travel through in a competitive environment, so we didn't feel like it fit super well. And we've got 5 new bosses coming as well, which is really exciting.
What up, Anthony,
And we
Anthony
also,
Sullivan? What up,
took some
Brain
time to
Banger? How
make
you
sure
doing?
that
Hey,
the
Maury, how
bosses
you
were a
doing?
little more balanced
Maury,
with
why
one
don't you
another.
follow? Next time you
So
get in
wouldn't
here
go
and
in
you
and,
say
like,
it's Maury,
fight a boss that
it'll
had, like,
announce it
way
with the
more HP
TTS.
or did like way more damage or anything. So they're a lot more balanced to kind of preserve the competitive integrity of the mode. And in addition, all the bosses hit a lot harder than they used to because we want to make sure that once you get to that end state, you're kind of having like an exhilarating battle to the finish, right? Instead of kind of a slog through like, you know, like, oh, can I kill the boss in time? We'll see. Like, we don't want that kind of vibe. So yeah, those are some of the changes coming to the tower, but we also have some leaderboard changes.
Yeah, that's right.
too.
So, you know, obviously, Aislinn just covered a lot of the gameplay
I don't
changes
know why
coming
am I
to the
keep
tower,
seeing you.
but we saw a lot
Because
of your feedback on the
because it's
leaderboard as
Destiny,
well,
that's why.
and we spent some time improving
We're
that.
watching
So
them talk
first
about the new class that comes out to Diablo and the new season that's coming to Diablo. So the new season starts next week on March 11th, and the new class comes out on April 28th, and that's what they were talking about during this talk.
Next up,
Anthony.
is we built out a
Man, Maury,
run
it's
UI,
Destiny,
so
it's
you
fate,
get a
it's
sense of
faith,
where
it's
you're
whatever you
I
want to
found
call
the
it.
sweater.
at the end of your run. so that, you know, if you want to go back and try again real quick, you can. And also, because he's a bit of a judgmental, I guess, master of the tower, the Artificer is also leaving you notes.
Well,
And
someone's
those-
got to tell you how to like improve, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's right.
Artificer's there to help.
Artificer's
And so
note, get
you-
good.
What's that?
Said Artificer's note, get good.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
A jerk.
So, yeah, there's a bunch of notes every end of run that you'll see that will
Thanks for
hopefully
the
help
follow
you
and
improve your
heart
run.
me.
Oh,
And then
thank you,
finally,
Anthony. Thank you.
We're just making the leaderboard easier to navigate. You've got a jump to me button, so you can go immediately down to where your position is.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're going to continue improving the leaderboard as we go.
Anytime.
In addition to that,
Thank
we
you,
actually
Anthony.
wanted to tease a few things that were coming.
By the way, what do you play,
I know
Anthony?
we've
Games-wise?
implemented a lot.
Or what do you
for
like to
Season 12
watch?
at this point? But we've gotten a lot of feedback that, you know, I want to make sure that you're all are aware that, you know, we're going to tackle in future seasons. So first up is that we are going to finally release some rewards. So in the upcoming season, we're going to have tower rewards, and that's going to reward you for advancing tiers within the tower. And I'm pretty excited about those. They're pretty cool. In addition, we're going to have leaderboard rank rewards. So you will get some really cool status symbols, you know, prestige items that you can show off if you manage to rank on the leaderboards. In addition to that, we are finally going to release our leaderboard build viewer.
So you can prestige.
A lot of you
Hell yeah.
asked to be able to see
It looks like, yeah, things to show off that you've been doing good in the tower.
tower. As they made the score, not what it is currently. So we take a snapshot, store it away, and now you can see that build information.
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
just like super useful for like
Absolutely.
understanding how
Any
people are playing at
MMO,
a high
Elder
level
Scrolls
or-
Throne
or,
and
like,
Liberty,
you know, even
really
playing
any
specific
MMO.
skill, you can, like, look at
Oh, I
that.
play World of
Absolutely.
Warcraft
And
right
then
now.
Finally,
What up,
finally,
Aja,
we are
Ajas,
also working on
Riaz?
solo self-found.
This is, they're talking about Diablo 4.
And
They're
so,
talking about the
look
new,
forward to those things.
they're talking about a mix of
It's funny,
things.
you read chat
They started talking about the new class that comes out on the 28th of April. They started talking about the new season that starts next week on March 11th. And then future things that they're going to implement.
That, Dan, there's a ton coming in. We're really, really excited for it. And something I'm really excited
I
to
just
share
got
with players
midnight.
as well. I know that a ton of people
Oh,
have been
nice.
playing the Paladin
What level are you in
season
Midnight?
of Divine Intervention, but for those of you who have
The new
not
class
yet
is a
purchased,
Warlock.
The Lord of Hatred expansion, we're actually going to have a Paladin free trial starting with on March 11th. You can play until level 25 on Battle.net, Xbox, and PlayStation from March 11th to 18th. You'll be able to play the Paladin up to level
WTF.
25, and if you pre-purchase the Lord of Hatred expansion following the trial, you'll actually be able to continue your progression on that same Paladin character that you
Cool.
used before, which is pretty great. So
It's so worth. The Paladin is seriously so fun. If you haven't had a chance to try it yet, now is going to be the time. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Amazing.
yeah,
Free.
it's an absolute ton of fun. And I'm
Free for a
also
week isn't
excited
bad, so they
because
could try
this is
'em
another
out.
thing players I feel like are always asking for. You're going to be able to pre-download the 2.6.0 patch starting on March 9th. So for PlayStation, sorry, for Battle.net, PlayStation, and Xbox,
So is that March
you'll be able
11th?
to pre-download the
Yeah.
2.6.0 build on March 9th at 10 a.m. So then when it launches, you'll be able to jump right into the fun, which is pretty great.
Hell
So,
yeah.
yeah. We're now going to head into the Q&A portion of the stream. So hopefully you've been dropping your questions in Twitch chat. We're going to pull those, and we're also going to invite back Colin Feiner and the Bjorlock to join us for the Q&A. So hang tight. We're going to get them up here. So stay put. Thanks.
I'm going to get some water real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. I may have gotten food while I was gone. And by food, it's just rice, cheese, and eggs.
No pizza.
Yeah, no more pizza. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Hey, Devek? What up, broken? Oh my god, I'm so hungry. I think I skipped that on breakfast today. Did I? Yeah, this Q&A is really taking forever to get done.
What we got going on here?
It's a dev talk for Diablo 4. They essentially gave a breakdown of the new class that comes out in April. The new season that comes out next week. And they're about to do a Q&A right now.
All right, everyone, welcome back to our Q&A portion of the show. We got the whole gang here. And first things first, Aislinn and Dan, I gotta ask, what was it like among the development team when someone pitched, hey, let's actually have the Butcher as a playable character? Like, I mean, that must have been nuts.
Ayo Diablo
it
devs.
was one of those things where
Yep.
somebody came up
Yo,
with
what
the
up, Ripley?
idea,
How you
I
doing?
wrote it down. I'm like, I don't know about this. But, you know, when we looked at the season and we looked at, you know, we wanted something novel and different. We said, okay, what is it going to take to do this? So we started, you know, socializing it with people. And every time we mentioned it to them, a little smile would creep up on their face because they can just immediately
We getting a
imagine
new
how
class
fun it
yet?
would be to play as
Yeah, the Warlock,
Yeah,
and that's April
it's hard
28th.
not to get excited about it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a ton of fun. Yeah.
I think that's really what like drove it home was the fact that people did get so excited about it. Like we couldn't ignore that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Like we had to do something with it, and it sounded great on paper, but it was like, how do you turn
Too
that
far
into
away.
actual mechanics? But we did, and it's so fun, and I can't wait for folks to get their hands on it.
Yeah, you guys pulled it off. Yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun when it launches. I am super pumped.
Yeah.
All right, we've got a question from Nog N. At Diablo, will you rework how we get materials? Because as it currently stands, the loot filter does not auto-salvage the filtered loot that we'd salvage to get mats.
Facts, I need
so
a
we
new
are
class
actually
to max
gonna,
out.
Rework how you get materials.
You gotta wait
like
till
the
April,
material
man.
economy in
It's always
general,
been April
because
for the
the
new
simplicity of
expansion.
that. So I don't know if I would say it's necessarily like reworked from the ground up, but that has been taken into account, and like the materials you need as you go into higher
LMAO, I ordered it. I
difficulty
am wearing
tiers,
it
and,
every
like, the
time
way
I
the loot
stream
filter kind of
Diablo.
naturally evolves is intended to support that. So you're still going to be like earning the materials you need, and like when you finally decide like, oh, I never want to see non-legendaries anymore, or I never want to see non-ancestrals anymore, you're probably going to be in a place where you actually probably don't need those materials anymore at all. Like you already have like a fantastic stockpile of that stuff, so you don't really have to worry about it.
Yeah, we all know that point you get to at the game where you're like, okay, this is credit to me. I no longer need you. I'm done playing with you. Yeah, at that point. Awesome. Question from Ignition. How will you address kill streak tiers dropping off before
It is
getting
considered
to a
rude to
big
bring
boss,
up your
like
own
in the
streams
pit,
in
the
someone
tower,
else's
or the
chat.
infernal hordes?
Yeah, so we actually did work a little bit on the
Oh my God.
amount of
Whoa.
time that you will be in a kill streak, and also like how loading screens affect a kill streak, just to make sure that it is actually possible to like maintain it and get to the end.
That's awesome. Yeah, good, nice feeling to be able to chain that kill streak throughout a whole dungeon or activity for sure.
Absolutely.
From X Drift Ninja X is probably one for Colin and Warlock. Can you constantly stay in demon form?
Yes and no. So it's really going to depend on how you build your character. A big part of the skill tree is going to be customizing kind of what you want your character to do. So you'll find when it comes to demon form, there are bonuses for swapping in and out of it, or trying to stay in it as long as you can, that sort of thing. So most of the variants will give you like a couple seconds of demon form. So that's more of like kind of a temporary thing, but you could chain them back to back to try to keep that going. The caveat would be Metamorphosis, which we spoke on a little bit before, which is the ultimate. That
What's her
baseline
name
allows
again?
you to swap into demon form, but replaces your entire skill bar. So that version, which can be like a little bit of a
Whose name?
to learn that you have new skills. So that one is permanent. But
What up,
that one
Daniel? Okay,
is,
how you doing?
honed in on a very specific set of skills. Whereas then the variants of Metamorphosis, they undo
Mommy sheep.
the reworking of your skills. But
I don't
those
remember at the
become
top of my head.
temporary versions.
What up, Axiel? ¿Cómo está?
Gives
¿Cómo
you
está?
kind of a power up.
KS.
Now I'm the fire demon, or now
Están
I'm the
hablando
shadow
de la
demon. So it'll really
Están hablando del
come down to
Warlock.
how you choose to customize
Enseñaron
demon
cómo
form
va a
that will make
jugar.
you build.
Very cool.
Enseñaron lo que va a pasar con la nueva temporada.
All right. Infernal Cold 7AS. What weapons
Ya,
will the Warlock
enseñaron pues
use?
lo que pasa para la nueva temporada la semana que viene y lo que va a pasar con la expansión el 28 de abril.
Melee weapons, so you're going to be able to use daggers, flails, and then
What up, Aaron? How you
swords,
doing?
axes, and maces
Okay.
of both one-hand and two-hand variety, and then your offhand focus.
Hell yeah. Very nice. 888 reality. Does the leaderboard do the leaderboard rewards only last for the season?
So there's going to be a bunch of different types of leaderboard rewards. Some of them, which are based on climbing the tower tiers, are going to be just power-based rewards that you are going to earn and be able to keep as your character migrates to Eternal. The status symbols, however, fall into two different categories. Some of them you are going to be able to keep, and some of them you aren't. And so, I don't
Gracias
wanna
por los
spoil
likes.
too much
Gracias.
yet, but it's a nice mix of things that basically allows you to both show off in the moment and then kind of memorialize the fact that you were able to achieve something, that difficult, I guess.
Yeah. It's always nice to still have something you can kind of peacock around and let everybody know. Yeah. Hell yeah. Fun name, Marquise, or Marquise, however you pronounce it. At Diablo, what about other classes for class balance? Like the Druid, will it get some love around when Lord of Hatred drops?
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty much every class is going to get some love because we've reworked the skill tree. There's more on that to come, but the Druids specifically, I think, are going to really enjoy because we did something special, which is a lot of the skills you're actually going to be able to pick what form do you want to take. So on live today, we just sort of prescribe, the werewolf. Let's just say Shred, for example, can only be used as the werewolf, or Maul is a good example as well, which is the Druid bear attack. It's a basic attack. In Lord of Hatred, you'll actually be able to pick actually I want to be a werewolf and Maul thing. So you have a ton of flexibility both within shapeshifting and human form, and there's just so many really cool skill variants and side upgrades that we have for the Druid. And that's not just for the Druid, again, that's like every single class coming to Lord of Hatred has these types of things. You haven't even seen like what we've done with the Necro yet. So there's just like a lot of stuff that we have in store, and it's all going to be balanced. We've been playtesting it a bunch. We've been hammering on this for like a year. So we think it's just going to be a really fun moment. No matter what class you're into, you're going to have really cool stuff to play.
Oh yeah, every class has got tender loving care in Lord of Hatred. So regardless of like who you play, like you're gonna come into Lord of Hatred and be like, holy shit, there's a lot of awesome stuff here.
One really cool thing is that, for example, you think about Trample on the Druid, right? Which, charge through a bunch of enemies. It's the bear. The werewolf version actually leaps you. Like you can pick a leaping version of that.
Damn.
So, and that's just like, oh, what shape-shifting form do I want to be? There's also a variant on top of that, which is like, okay, what do I want my Trample to do? So there's just a ton of stuff like that to really unpack, and tons of permutations just within one skill.
Wow. Okay, you heard it here first, everybody. And I really like what you said too, Colin, about like how we're just kind of scratching the surface. And we will have a whole other live stream to kick off before Lord of Hatred goes live. So we'll definitely have another spot to kind of get into all those details. But there is, like Colin said, a lot cooking for all the classes under the hood that we're really, really, really excited.
So
to
one
share.
more dev talk
So yeah,
before
that's really exciting.
Lord of
Thanks for
Hatred.
sharing
I'm
that.
cool with that. I'm cool with
New
that. I
and
like
soft
that.
Season. Are bloodied items exclusive to the season, or is it something that will persist in Eternal and also spawn into future seasons?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll talk about that. So, as of right now, bloodied items are only for the season of slaughter. However, you know, this isn't the first time this type of feedback's come up. I think, you know, a lot of folks want to be able
Death
to,
Talk is what
you
this
know,
called.
use a lot of these cool seasonal
What is in the
items
next
in
season?
future seasons.
I haven't seen
And
anything
so
on
that's
it yet.
something we're actively working on right now, trying to figure out what's the best way to bring them back. And I think, you know, once we get, you know, Lord of Hatred out, I think we'll
So
have a
there's
lot of
bloodied
tools
items.
to
You get to be the butcher.
Yeah, there are a lot of tools that they're going to be able to chew on.
There's like different ways that you could be the butcher.
really,
So
really
like you could be the butcher in like some Helltide type things. There's its own place where
One
you
of my
can go be
favorite
the
parts of new
butcher.
classes is seeing the runes
The
they have
butcher's gonna
built for
become its
automating
own
their
layer
kit and new
boss.
toys they can bring to other classes.
And that one's gonna be
Can we
permanent.
get
Like
a
that's gonna
sneak
be a
peek
layer
of
boss
Warlock
inside of
skills that
seasonal
would be
and
on the
eternal.
runes?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, the two runes that the Warlock will be adding is the ability to proc its Dark Prison skill and its Brimstone subpower. So Dark Prison is an area that will tether enemies into it, so you'll be able to lock down enemies with that. And then Brimstone are kind of these little mines that you leave around that'll explode when enemies get close to them.
Very cool. Thank you for that, Bjorn. Harris Mokhtar. Even if I'm playing range, does converting to Butcher convert playstyle to melee?
It will still convert you to a melee build. The Butcher, you know, he gets up there and he cleaves people and he screams fresh meat. So if you turn into the Butcher, that's
That
the
makes
vibe you're
sense.
gonna have
That
too.
that made total sense. Like why wouldn't it?
I think we're
It's a
really
butcher. The
excited
butcher's
about
all
the
about
way the
being in
Butcher
your face.
plays. Like he's just so much fun to just cleave through enemies, and he's also very burly and tough. So like if you get up in melee, you're not really gonna have to like. Typically, you're not gonna have to worry too much about dying. There are some situations where it might happen, but yeah, can't wait for players to try that out. But
His
yeah,
Furnace Blast is like basically range too. Like the
it
like
is,
eruption,
yeah.
it's
It's
the whole
huge.
screen,
Yeah,
and
it's
like
huge.
attacking reduces the cooldown. So
Yeah, I guess the hook is kind of ranged, but then makes it close range. You know what I mean? It's like
yeah.
So there's that nice blend. But yeah, the Butcher is definitely not a bow and arrow kind of guy.
Not a bow and arrow kind of guy. Not waving a staff around and slinging spells.
Yeah, no shot. Drakith_90. Will the Warlock be able to enslave demons and use them as pets like his Diablo 2 resurrected counterpart?
Yes and no. Not exactly in the same way that the Diablo 2 Warlock does it. The main focus we have is, so with our class mechanic, specifically the four that you can directly bind to yourselves. Those are sort of his primary demons that he's going out and he's capturing.
YouTube.
And then technically there's also a couple of ways to like dominate enemies' minds and kind of control them around the battlefield, but nothing as a direct one-to-one with D2 because they're just kind of slightly different games.
Yeah, I think one thing to touch on is for the class mechanic it is this quest. We've made a really cool quest for it. You're gonna go across Sanctuary and dominate some of these really powerful like arch demons, right? Like they're more than just like, oh, there's a goatman over there that I'm gonna possess. It's like, no, there's a devourer deep in the caves of, you know, this really ancient place that you're gonna go and like bind this specific demon. And the whole quest line has a really cool, I'm not gonna spoil the ending, but a cool ending to it. So that's sort of the take we had for the D4 Warlock.
Hell yeah, it sounds badass.
Okay.
We got another question from Loathe Burger. Does becoming the Butcher put you into PvP mode?
No, not necessarily, though there is a mode specifically in the Fields of Hatred that has some PvP elements to it that involve the Butcher. So keep an eye out for that. There may be some butchering of other Wanderers going on in that place.
I mean, would it be the Butcher if you couldn't get after other players at some point, right?
Yep.
And actually, I'm glad you brought that up too, because we do have the Season of Slaughter overview blog going live after the stream. So we'll share some more details on the nitty-gritties coming with the season, as well as the Warlock Deep Dive blog and the 260 patch notes. So if you're a reader like me, you've got a lot to chew on.
Ooh, patch notes.
following the stream.
I get to
So definitely
read.
check that out.
Yay.
All right, we got our last question from Caps Lock Leo. The Warlock, Spearborn, and Paladin feel so innovative over the original
Hello,
classes.
Nate.
Well, the new skill tree make the
Hello, Red.
original classes feel as fresh.
I'm
and
just gonna call you
rich
Torque.
as
Sounds
these
cool.
new classes.
Honestly, I do like the whole being the butcher thing.
I mean, we took. I'm not kidding when we poured so much love, blood, sweat, tears.
And we get to
into these new
pre-install the
classes.
patch.
They've
So I think they
all
said
got
the
massive overhauls
9th,
to their skill
we're able to
trees.
pre-install the
Again,
patch
I'm
so
not
that
gonna
on the
spoil too
11th
much,
we're
like,
ready.
Some of the classes have even gone further beyond, like the Necro and the Druid, that have these really cool things. So, all these classes are going to get the same number of variants in Lord of Hatred. They're all going to have tons of side upgrades to help tune and fine tune and customize things. We've also pretty much looked at like every single legendary and unique item in the game, like not exaggerating, like everything has been touched and fine tuned, and all that we've learned over the past several years of D4 has really just gone into this skill update. So it feels like a completely different game, but familiar.
Free
Like
Paladin.
if you're playing the Sork, it still has these really
Oh yeah,
awesome
free
themes of
Paladin from the
Pyromancy,
11th to the,
Shock,
was it
Frost,
18th?
and your Master
So a
of
week
Elements,
that you get
but
to
there's
play the
just so many
pay
ways
the
to play
Paladin.
with it. Like, I
The
wanna
Paladin?
spawn an icy meteor instead of the current version of meteor, right? You can do that, and you can also overpower the meteor so that it's bigger and that you can dump all your mana into it. There's just like so many different ways to play. So I would say, yes, we've taken so much of the learnings from Spiritborn and Paladin and Warlock and poured it into these classes that we all know and love. No classes left behind.
Oh, absolutely. Like every day we go into the office and people are just debating, they're having conversations, they're talking about how can we make the existing classes like better and elevate them to the level of like excellency that the 3 new classes have reached. They are on the same level and they're really awesome.
Yeah. No, it's phenomenal. And yeah, I'm just so excited for all these features to come in with Lord of Hatred on the 28th. There's just going to be so much to chew on. It's going to, like you said, Colin, it's going to feel familiar. It's still going to have that class identity, but also be, just
Yo,
a totally
what up?
different
What
feel.
up,
So,
Gamer
it's
Freak?
really, really
If you
exciting.
don't like the Warlock or Paladin, you loved your base class, it's an awesome time to come back.
Yeah, we all know those players who are like, no, I always play the Druid, and the Druid is all that I'm
Yeah,
ever going to play, and I'm only going to ever play the Druid. So
We
it's
have
cool.
the Druid guy working on the Druid. So
Hey,
yes,
there you go.
he
Yes,
loves
we do.
Druid. He's a big werewolf enjoyer. So
Hell yeah.
Yes, yes.
Hell yeah. Unreal. Well, I want to thank you all for coming out and being on the stream today. This has been really, really fantastic. And I've got something really excited to share with everybody back home. If you're a lore nerd or really love the narrative around Diablo, we've actually got a copy of our next novel coming to the Diablo franchise. This is The Lost Herodrum, written by Matthew J. Kirby in close tandem with the development team. It launches on April 21st, and it covers the story of The Lost Herodrum, and it is the official prequel novel to the Lord of Hatred expansion. So if you want to know everything that was kind of going on leading up to these events,
want
this
a
is
book.
definitely something you're going to want to check out now.
Kinda want the
Pre-order
book.
is
I'm not gonna
live,
lie to you.
and the book comes out on April
book.
21st, right ahead of the
I
Lord of
kinda
Hatred
want the book.
expansion. So, I mean, I'm sure people are going to bomb through this in a week, but it's a great little prepper for when the expansion goes live. And
want
just to
it
give a
too.
quick recap of everything coming with the Lord of Hatred expansion, we've got a really handy infographic that takes you through everything. Like we mentioned, the campaign, the classes, the region, and a whole lot more to get into. And we'll have more details in that live stream that we're going to have closer to expansion launch in April. And then for Season of Slaughter, it launches on March 11th. You're going to be able to become the Butcher. There's kill streaks, butcher skills, a new reliquary. We've got Doom the Dark Ages, new
I
unique,
want all the
and of
tomorrow
course,
foolery.
Paladin free
The
trial.
bloody Billy, I
Season of
want it.
Slaughter goes live on March
I want the
11th.
bloody
You'll actually be able to
Billy.
grab, this Twitch drops.
Oh, also they did a
it's gonna
Doom
start
the
this
Dark
season.
Ages
It is
like
the,
little event.
Two-handed. Oh, sorry. We've got free reliquary items coming with Doom the Dark Ages. That shield saw cosmetic looks pretty badass, and of course, if you collect all of these in the free reliquary, you will get this town portal in the bottom right corner, which looks just absolutely insane. And then when Season of Slaughter goes live, you will be able to grab this bow cosmetic starting on March 11th. Just watch any streamer in the Diablo 4 category that has drops enabled on their channel for
I
2
need that
hours
town
to
portal.
grab this badass bow cosmetic.
Yeah, that town portal I
And
need.
of course, on
That's it for sure.
March 9th, you'll be able to pre-download the 2.6.0 patch update on BattleNet, Xbox, and PlayStation, so you can load right in. And then when 2.6.0 goes live on March 11th, you'll be able to jump right into Season of Slaughter, which will be really great. So I want to give a huge thank you to everyone who's been here. Thanks for hanging out and answering all the questions.
You're welcome.
I want to give a massive thanks to production, Filthy Rich and the boys. Thanks for putting on a great show as always.
Filthy
I wanna
Rich
thank
and the
everyone at home
boys.
for tuning in and checking out the stream. We're really excited to get Season of Slaughter in front of you on March 11th. So we'll see you all in Sanctuary.
Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be so fun.
So this is one thing about
Hey, I gotta pop off to get my kids. Just wanted to show support.
appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let me, because I technically can't show this website past what I'm showing. Give me 1 second. We're gonna do some funny business so I can get around that. So ta-da! You cannot see it anymore. Perfect. All right. Honestly, though, I like the whole season of slaughter thing. I'm liking it. I'm really liking it. It sounds like it's gonna be fun. Like I'm looking forward to it. I was told I got a free item because I did some stuff in World of Warcraft. So I'm gonna try to see if I could see what this free item is. So I'm gonna go into the game real quick. Might play for a bit. I'm not sure. But thank you for everybody that came through. That was nice. We got to see it finally. Leave it in the fridge for now. Thank you. Appreciate it, bro. Danny, in the new season of Diablo, they let you become the butcher. What? Yeah. Right? She's like, yeah, you're the butcher, bro. The butcher. All right, so where's this free item? Is it in the shop? In the tienda? No, I don't think it's in the tienda. That wasn't it. But I'll take it. There's a free item in the shop. I don't know if it's there for everybody, but there is a free item in the shop. Hey, little buddy. What you doing down there? I don't even have to do this. I don't know why I did not. I did get it. Oh my god, I got a chicken in a house. Puff, do you see the chicken? Do you see my new pet? Do you see how stupid this is? Do you see how stupid this is? Can you pet it? Come over here, chicken. Chicken, come here. I gotta pet you. I gotta pet you. Ah! Oh, I fucking love this dumbass game sometimes. I do remember I have to give somebody an item eventually. Surprised they didn't do like a last minute like XP boost event. I wonder if they'll try to do something last minute. You haven't been on in a while. I'm like, do I even know how to play my character? I just click a bunch of buttons. It's not that deep. But for all time's sakes, let's just go around, cause a ruckus, cause Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to with. Oh my god. I miss the big numbers. My paladin can't do this in World of Warcraft. Yeah, World of Warcraft Paladin can't do this. I did say though, when I tried the PTR for season 12, I did say that people probably were getting ahead of themselves, saying that season 12 felt empty, and I'm like, why would they show you everything though in the PTR? Like, the PTR is more like testing. Like, it's not supposed to show you everything, you know? And I was right. As usual, I was right. Remember, the meat and bones of season 12 is going to be technically Lord of Hatred dropping, you know? Like, Lord of Hatred is where, like, the real changes to the season and the overall game are going to happen. Like, season 12 is just what we're at now with slight modifications and all that. And then Lord of Hatred drops, and boom. The game is, you know, forever changing. We're going to get modifications to the classes that we already play. Supposedly skills are going to be modified, so it's going to be interesting. That's how you do that. You still do a 100. I don't know if I could do anything higher than that. I'm contemplating if I do want to take a break though, because my fucking throat is not it. Like, I still have this cough. I want to take some tea. Want to relax my throat. I streamed twice. Technically, I streamed. This would be my third stream of the day. I want to say. This would be my third stream of the day, and I kind of need to like pace myself. So I want to do one at night tonight. Well, not night. I want to do one like later tonight. Because it depends. Like, I really feel like I might be getting bronchitis. And I don't want that to get worse. I've had bronchitis where I was in the hospital for 5 days. Like, literally pneumonia away from, like, dying type shit. And I don't want to die. Like, I know I talk about, like, still alive. I want to die. So, I might take a little break. See if I can go get some medication and stuff. I just don't like the way my stuffy nose feels. I don't like the way my congestion in my chest feels. Like, I don't know if it's just my chest is just tired from all the coughing from yesterday, or like it's a bit more serious and there's a real serious upper respiratory infection going on in there. 'Cause remember, when you got asthma and you get upper respiratory infections, it's not fun. It's like the opposite of fun. It's like the exact opposite of fun. But thank you everybody that's been here. I will be back later. If I even have to, like, let's say, if God forbid I go to the hospital, I'll bring my phones. I'll stream from the hospital. I'm like, we ain't stopping. Can't stop. Won't stop.
Later.
But yeah, I'll be back later, guys. Have a good one. We'll talk about Diablo later on tonight and what we feel about it. Y'all have a good one.